I'll give you the super secret master plan answer to what UMA is. So I co-founded UMA in early 2018, frankly because, well, I'm interested in a lot of the things that it intersects. I'm interested in computer science and economics and finance and incentive structures and how to motivate people. I also thought that, to this day, think that traditional finance is hilariously siloed and not global. And I thought that a smart contract platform like Ethereum is the right substrate on which to build a global financial system. We started with this understanding that UMA was these two interwoven parts, this Oracle system that could answer any type of data, any type of knowable data, and a set of financial contracts that would use that Oracle to build synthetic assets, swaps, derivatives, different types of financial products. But the secret master plan really is that the Oracle thing, our so-called optimistic Oracle that we're talking more and more about these days, is the linchpin for this Web3 primitive that can give any type of data that is knowable to a blockchain. Powering the UMA protocol is this underlying token, the UMA token. And ultimately, the way our system works is it's a truth-seeking mechanism. And it's originally established off of a blog post Vitalik wrote in 2014 called Shelling Coin. And there's a lot of other influences and inspirations we had along the way. But the core idea is that UMA token holders are these voters. It's a voting protocol where these voters are economically motivated to vote for the truth, because truthful voters in this design get paid a reward, and untruthful voters don't. And so the UMA token is your right to participate in this voting system. For me, crypto is the obvious answer, and frankly, the only answer for how to make a global financial system, because it's the purest way to program an incentive structure. And what I think the building blocks are for building financial contracts that can be enforced is, well, the enforcement mechanism. And at a kind of a reductionist level, I think there are two types of enforcement mechanisms. One, which is based on like identity, and it's you go to jail, there's laws, there's rules of like you gotta do these things, and if you break them, you get caught because people know who you are, and that's the basis of the last 150 years of traditional finance innovation. And it actually works really well, but it's not global. The alternative is like you incentivize everything through economic incentives. So you don't know who anybody is, it's anonymous, but you know that if you don't do the thing you say you're gonna do, you're economically worse off. And for me, that is a very beautifully pure system because it is permissionless and global by default. And blockchains are like the only way to program that type of incentive structure, and certainly the easiest way to program it. And so I think the thesis, the DeFi thesis to me, is obvious, where if you want to pursue this alternative way of enforcing contracts, doing it with crypto, doing it with DeFi is the answer.